Hey guys, thank you for joining me. My name is Mark, and my channel is Cosmic Light Body, and in this video I wanted to shed a little bit of light on past lives. What are they really? Do they really represent the past? The answer might surprise you. Stay tuned. Hey everyone, I really appreciate you stopping by. In this video I wanted to really dive into past lives. We see a lot about past lives, a lot of information about memories, regressions, things of that nature coming to light during this lifetime. And I wanted to dive into this and shed a little bit of light on what's really going on regarding past lives. What are they really? It's kind of fascinating. So when we look at past lives from a 3D perspective, we're on a timeline. Now, I did a video on this a while back, the differences between how we perceive time via 3D and 5D and above. Well, when we think of a past life here, when our awareness is here, we're focused in on this timeline. And when we have a memory or a regression, these memories come through as something that occurred in the past. But we know from a multidimensional perspective, when we're up in 5D and higher, that time truly doesn't exist. Everything is happening now. So what are past lives? It's kind of like an oxymoron, right? We can't have a past life if, from a multidimensional aspect, there is no past, there is no future. Everything is happening in the present. Well, we're experiencing releases of energy. And especially right now with this crisis, this pandemic that's going on around the world, we are collectively experiencing a release of density, traumas that are stuck within our body. Now, where did they come from? Did they come from past lives? Did they come from traumas that occurred during this life? Or are they something else? And the answer to that really depends on what perspective, what dimension our awareness is focused on. So if we want to look beyond 3D and we want to bring our awareness to that level and realize that there is no time, we realize that these past lives all have to be occurring in the now simultaneously. So what's going on is, because we are focused here in the third dimension and our awareness is focused in on our body, we don't really experience or are aware of these other timelines that are occurring right now. So what's happening as we are ascending, we are starting to open up to that. So as this energy, these densities are being released or trying to be released, these fears are coming up and we're experiencing these fears now. Now that's a 3D perspective. From an energetic, vibrational perspective, these fears represent dense energy that is essentially blocking our soul's energy and our awareness from flowing through our body. And as we can get our soul's energy to flow through our body unrestricted by clearing these blockages, we release these fears, and all of a sudden we ascend, our vibration goes up, and we start to remember other experiences that we are having essentially right now. So maybe remember is not the good word. We start to open up to becoming aware of other experience that we're having right now. So as we go up the vibrational ladder, so to speak, as we get closer to source energy, we become more and more integrated with other awarenesses, meaning other individuals, other ETs, other consciousnesses. We all become one as the higher up we go. So this energy that we're experiencing now, this release in this pandemic, is essentially an energy that everybody's experienced. Now, if I had a past life, if I want to look at it from a 3D perspective, where let's say I lived in 1918 and experienced the Spanish flu, that awareness is closer to me energetically, and that is contributing to this fear that's coming up. Now, on a higher dimensional level, everybody's experienced that because we're all one, but it might not be available to their awareness because it was in a much higher state of consciousness. But for me, if I lived in that, my awareness was focused in on that particular time, and I experienced the Spanish flu, then that is coming up right now. But on a collective level, everybody has that vibration within them on some level, and these types of fears are being released. So as we release these fears collectively, essentially on a collective level, the energy is, this divine energy is starting to move through us. Now, we need to heal this, and we need to heal this by essentially stepping aside away from these fears and creating space and realizing that these fears are just simply a vibrational density that is blocking our divine soul's energy. So that's what's happening on a collective level. And the more of us that can do this will help to heal the planet. That's what we mean by healing the collective. Now, the interesting thing that's happening right now is we're opening up our heart space. So we're stepping away from our focused awareness, and our soul's energy is coming through, and it's trying to release these densities so that we can take a broader, higher vibrational perspective. So the human heart is really grounded, closed off, and is blocked. But right now, these energies are opening that up, opening up that chakra. And as that happens, as these energies get released, these memories that we experience and we attribute to a past life, per se, will start to surface, and we will become aware of that. Now, everybody is going to have different memories of these so-called past lives, because as their particular consciousness was more focused into these particular events that we call past lives, they might start to remember these. Okay, but remember, since we're all tied, we're all one on a higher dimensional perspective, it's releasing among everybody. So I may not technically remember somebody that maybe was in a shipwreck, because my awareness was not specifically focused on that event. However, that experience affects me, and it is trapped within my body, and that is being released. And the higher I go, the more broad my awareness becomes. I might start to remember those events that technically, on a 3D perspective, didn't happen to me, but happened to somebody else. So that's what's happening, across the collective. So we need to look at the heart energy activations right now and realize that these traumas are coming up in these past lives that we think are really in the past are all happening now. And as we remember these, as we release this energy and we start to become aware of these other experiences that we are having simultaneously, we are expanding our consciousness into our multidimensional mind. Okay, so from a 5D perspective, it's not that we're really remembering past lives. We're expanding into our multidimensional mind that is having these experiences simultaneously. And that is exactly what expanding consciousness is. Remember, everything is happening in the now. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Leave a like, leave a comment. Love to hear from you. Click the notification bell so you can be notified of future videos. And again, I appreciate you guys stopping by. Thank you.